Welcome everyone to the advanced class of virtual Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling. In this course, we will be going over lessons for the more advanced rulings that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to offer. I am Rose, not that one, and I am the principal of the DMVR Duel Academy. With all that out of the way, let's begin the lesson.
Why aren't you here? Weren't you supposed to be in VR?
I didn't have to be. Rose didn't say that I had to be in VR.
But Tempest,
Dude, I'm just trying to do something nice for everyone. Can't you just...
But Tempest...
You're talking too much! Your video starts now! So the first card we'll be going over is the most notorious card in DMVR, Pacifis the Phantasm City. So let's see in this example what Crossdarkness and Chessburger get themselves into regarding the card.
I'll activate a field spell. Pacifis, the Phantasm City. Chessburger, any response?
I got no responses to your field spell, so it resolves.
I'll switch my effect Veiler to defense.
One little turn, duel. I'll activate my Mystical Space Typhoon, which is a quick base spell that destroy a spell tracker on the field, so I'll target your Physis, the Phantasm City.
I'll chain my Pacifis, the Phantasm City, to your Mystical Space Typhoon.
No, you cannot, Mr. Cross. You can't activate your field spell at this moment.
Yes, I can.
Literally, no, you cannot.
Yes, I can. It says activate on...
Oh my god,
when a card is
damn duelists. They'll learn.
Bro, read the card. Read the card.
Wow. We do not pay these two enough to have a mock argument for these kinds of videos. Oh, wait, I'm the one that pays them. Do better, you two! All jokes aside, this is one of the more complicated rulings in the game, so I wouldn't blame anyone finding themselves in this position. The ruling being disputed here is the second effect of Pacifis, the Phantasm City, which reads, if your opponent activates a card or effect except during the damage step and you control no tokens, you can special summon one Phantasm Spyro token. Cross is claiming here that by Chess activating Mystical Space Typhoon, he can chain this effect before it gets destroyed. Unfortunately for him though, this effect of Pacifis is a trigger effect, and when a card has an effect that triggers when a card or effect is activated, it must activate on a separate chain and can only directly chain to a card or effect if it is a quick effect. So in this situation, Cross will not be allowed to chain to Mystical Space Typhoon, and Pacifis will be destroyed before he has a chance to summon a token. Now that we know this ruling, let's see how the situation plays out.
Alright, so Mr. Crossdarkness, the reason you can't use your field spell's effect here is because the effect has to resolve in a separate chain after the game knows that a card effect has actually been activated. It can't activate right away, and because your field spell will be gone by the time it tries to activate, you simply just cannot activate in this situation.
Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, that's fine. It resolves.
Well, it looks like they were able to resolve this on their own. Let's move on to the next card. The second ruling we'll be going over involves the field spell Giant Ballpark.
Alright, I'll switch my Queen's Knight to attack mode. I'll enter the battle phase and have my Queen's Knight declare an attack on your Goki ball. Defeat him, my queen!
I'm gonna activate my field spell, my Giant Ballpark's effect. Well, since I'm about to take some damage, I can make it so I don't take that damage, and instead I get to send level 4 lower insect from my deck to my graveyard.
I'll activate my hand trap, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, in response to you. Since you're trying to send a card from the deck to the graveyard, I can discard her to negate the effect.
Oh, what an amateur. Clearly you don't know what phase of the turn we are in currently, don't you?
What do you mean? I can still negate it with Ash Blossom, right? What do you mean I can't?
It's literally your damage calculation. You can't negate this.
But you're trying to send a card from the deck to the graveyard. I can negate
Doesn't
Ash.
matter, we're in damage calculation.
What do you mean Ash Blossom can't negate? It literally says negate the effect.
Ash Blossom cannot negate Giant Ballpark at this moment.
Of course it can. You're trying to send a card from the deck to the graveyard. Ash Blossom says negate the effect.
Don't worry, Cross. I also love the damage step. So Giant Ballpark's a very funny card, which reads the following. During damage calculation, if a player would take battle damage, you can make neither player take any battle damage from that battle, and if you do, send one level 4 or lower insect monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then, if you send a normal monster this way, you can special summon any number of monsters with the same name as that monster from your hand, deck, and or graveyard. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring reads the following. If your opponent activates a card or effect that involves one of the effects below, you can discard this card and negate that effect. Add a card from your deck to your hand, special summon a card from the deck to the field, and sending a card from the deck to the graveyard. Giant Ballpark fits 2 of these conditions, so normally Ash Blossom would be able to negate Giant Ballpark. Unfortunately for Cross, Giant Ballpark activates during damage calculation, a substep of the damage step in the battle phase. And in the damage step, very few cards can actually be activated here. These include cards that negate the activation of a card, cards that modulate stats, and cards that specifically state which part of the damage step they can be activated in, such as Giant Ballpark. In this situation, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring negates the effect of the card, not the activation. So Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring cannot activate in the damage step, meaning that Chessburger will be allowed to resolve Giant Ballpark. Now that we know this ruling, let's see how this plays out.
Alrighty, so the reason you cannot activate Ash Blossom in response to Giant Ballpark's effect is because we're currently in the damage step where only a small pool of cards can be activated. One of the more important ones you need to know is that cards had specifically say they negate the activation and not the effect. Ash Blossom says negate that effect. Something like Barone de Flor says negate the activation. Barone would be able to activate the damage step here in response to Giant Ballpark, but Ash cannot because Ash says negate that effect, not the activation. That is the difference there that makes a huge difference in this ruling.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I understand now. Alright, that resolves.
Chessburger is once again able to diffuse the situation on his own. Now let's move on to the third card. The last card that we will be going over today is a DMVR exclusive card, Dimension Equilibrium. Is it Dimension or Dimensional? Hold on. Dimension Equilibrium. Okay, yeah, it is Dimension Equilibrium. I did get that right.
I'll have my great Jax Knight attack your Angus.
No, we're not the beef. How do you think about the beef?
Alright, main phase 2.
Well, you may defeat the beef, but he won't be gone for long. I'll activate my trap card, Dimension Equilibrium. Since you defeat the Great Angus in battle, I'm allowed to banish the monster that beat him in battle, as well as bring him back to the field, and then the battle phase is forcibly ended after that.
Since you're trying to bring back the Great Angus, I'll activate the DD Crow in my hand to try to banish the Great Angus.
Oh my god. There's literally a reason that I'm a judge and you're not, Cross. Because you don't know anything.
Okay, chill there, old man. You don't even get to resolve the effects since DD Crow banishes the Great Angus.
Oh my god, Cross. How many times do I have to tell you how to play the fucking game, you numbskull? How many fucking times do I have to tell you this, damn it?
My guy, read your card. You're trying to summon a monster from the graveyard. I'm trying to banish that monster. It's not that hard to understand.
You don't. No. That's not the problem. The problem is when you're trying to activate it.
Well, they're trying a little bit harder to insult each other. You know, just what I was looking for. God, I need to pay these 2 more. Nah, fuck them. Dimension Equilibrium is a normal trap card that reads, activate only if a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. Banish the monster destroyed by battle and special summon the monster that was destroyed by that battle from the graveyard, then end the battle phase. This card has the AND conjuncture, meaning that the banish and the special summon must both happen, otherwise neither can happen. Cross, knowing that this is the case, is trying to activate DD Crow, targeting the what is the name of the card that got destroyed? It's Great Angus? Is that what this is? Yeah, it's Great Angus. Oh, okay. Preventing the special summon and protecting his monster from being banished. Unfortunately for Cross, this is happening at the end of the damage step. A step in the damage step that's, well, still in the damage step. And with what we went over with Giant Ballpark last time, very few cards can activate in the damage step, even if it's at the end of the damage step. DD Crow does not fit any of the criteria of what you can activate in the damage step, so in this case, Dimension Equilibrium will be allowed to resolve, Chessburger will get Great Angus, and Jax Knight will be banished. Okay, let's see how this last situation plays out.
Oh boy, so this one is pretty similar to the last one, where we're technically still in the damage step, even if it doesn't seem like we are. So because of that, DD Crow does not fall into the category of cards you can activate, just because it's just a regular quick effect and has nothing special to it.
Named first fucking my Pacifis, then my fucking Ash Blossom, then my DD Crow. Man, fuck this game. I'm going back to Pokemon.
And hopefully, whenever you hop on DMVR, you'll be prepared to inform people of these rulings should they arise. But most importantly, the absolute most important thing you need to know is discard the Dark Worlds for cost. They will trigger, I promise.
That's what I thought. I swear to Christ, if people are gonna bring that shit up to me again, I'm gonna start blasting.
Does it really work, though?
Do you want a bullet too?
Now, hold on a second. I didn't ask for this.
Well, you better.